We're chillin'! We're chillin' with Rick. He's gonna get to the story quick. Yeah, we're chillin'. Yes, we're chillin' with Rick. Chillin' with Rick, everybody. Yeah.
All right, let's get to the sponsors. Upscale Exotics, reptile-only specialty store that carries exotic reptiles looking for homes. They have snakes, lizards, geckos, turtles, chameleons, tarantulas, and more. It's a store of the creepy critters. With all the supplies, enclosures, and food, it's your one-stop shop, and they have knowledgeable staff located at 145 West Seneca Street in Sherrill, 315-367-5002. Games People Play, formerly Mind Games. It's a game store with so much more. They've been in business for 28 years. They have Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, or Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, and also sports cards. They also have retro video games and board games. Weekly events held in-store and a knowledgeable staff located at 114 Madison Street in Oneida, 315-363-2448. Whitestown Automotive, quality repairs at a good price just up the Thruway Bridge in Westmoreland. Boogie Dad's Music, working on producing and distributing music on all platforms and great royalty kickbacks for all performers. Oneida Carpets. Oneida Carpets, family owned and operated by Scott and Lynn White. They're both installers. They install carpet, laminate, vinyl, luxury vinyl, plank flooring, and ceramic tile. All of your flooring needs in one store. They're located at 174 Madison Street in Oneida, 315-361-9800. Big Girl Stump Removal. Do you have a stump that needs to be removed? I'm talking about a tree stump. Then call up Big Earl. He's a great guy with very fair prices, and he'll grind the stump right down to the roots. Give him a call at 315-363-5217. Papa Top. That place out there is just like Florida. It's a tropical paradise out there on that big old deck. They have, obviously, the outdoor deck, Adirondack chairs, picnic tables, bar stools. Grab some friends and go listen to some live music at Papa Top. Frog's Bar. Outdoor bar, picnic tables, Adirondack chairs, 2 fire pits for when fall comes. The owner, Mary, is phenomenal. She's a friend of mine. She wears the Chillin zip up proudly. And there's live music there all summer. Oneida Calet Civic Center. Upcoming events include NU Wrestling on May 27th. I'll be at that. Absolute Adele, an Adele tribute show, coming October 22nd at 3 p.m. Get your tickets for that, oneidacalet.com. Also coming on Saturday, February 24th, 2024, is Appetite for Voltage, a Guns N' Roses AC/DC tribute band. Get your tickets at oneidacalet.com. All right, on to my next guest. Check in with D-Dubb.
Take one.
Take one. Mics are on, Z.
We're on here. I think we're on. Yeah.
Yep, we're on.
I see lights.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chillin' with Rick. Today I have with me local legend and the king of New York City, Mr. D-Dubb. How are you, brother?
You need canned applause. That'd be perfect. It really would.
Well, I need you producing my show is what I need.
I see. On that note, I've been helping the producer with technical stuff.
Yes.
I end up being the technical advisor no matter what I do.
Yep.
And, you know, no matter how high up the echelon I go, they always got to ask D-Dubb something.
Yes.
And today, I had sent a bunch of files to my TV producer. Yes, I now have a TV producer on top of a show producer.
Yep.
I'm wanted by everybody, it seems, which is cool. Anyway, and I'd sent him a bunch of files through my professional WeTransfer account, and for our next episode, it'd be like episode 3 or 4 now of the Alan Action on the Move show.
I want to say I'm a fan of that. When you go
It's cool,
live,
right?
I watch it. I
Oh,
seen you
yeah.
with a African-American girl out in the parking lot, I think it was.
Yes.
That was cool.
Did you see us kissing?
No, I didn't see you kiss.
Just kidding, just kidding. We were not kissing. But we were singing, and
Yes.
we attracted a lot of attention on that note.
Yes, you did.
We got everybody that was in the Best Buy that came out to see us. They really enjoyed what was going on. They might even have us come back just to sing in front of their place again and pay us.
Yeah.
Which we were just doing it for promotion.
Yeah.
You know? And I know I tend to look at the camera more than you.
It's okay.
But
That's the audience.
and that's what Alan taught me to do: watch him and not the camera.
Yeah.
You know? And because we've had to do interviews too.
Yes. Yeah.
Only it's more comfortable here
Yeah.
than in a TV studio. Everything is pointing at you and everybody's standing in a circle.
Bob, are you trying to say that
looking
you're
at
just
you.
chilling here? Is that what you're trying to say?
I am chilling. It feels good to chill. So yeah. So long story short, I sent them all these files, and they ended up being AVIs, which you can't use an AVI file in a on a Mac. And of course, he's a producer. He uses Macs.
Yeah.
Go figure. You know, I'm a Windows fanatic and way back. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm currently, as we speak, converting all my AVI files that I had to send them, which is 18 of them, to MP4, which is something that Max love. And he'll have to download all them later.
Yeah.
We'll eventually get our next episode on the air.
Does all this traveling in New York City wear you out? It must.
Yeah,
It's
it did.
240 miles, man.
It wore me out so much I quit.
Oh,
Well, I went back, but I quit.
yeah.
And then we
Because we
created,
had a little discussion about that.
Yeah.
It's like, Dubb, you're going to kill yourself, man.
It was killing me, and I called up we called each other, my producer, and I told him, look, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm quitting the Allen Action family of showing. And well, of course, he's very persuasive.
Yeah.
So by the time we were done with the phone call, I'm back in. I'm going to actually start getting more pay now. Sometimes you have to put your foot down.
Yeah.
And he's going to be less abusive. Well, not really abusive, but he'll use me a little less.
Yeah.
You know, he was having me go down to New York, transfer cars and stuff, and it was getting to be too much in the hot sun just to go transfer a car or pick up a new car he's buying or pick up another police car to trade for the one police car that I've got.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a police car. Well, we actually have 5 of them, but I get to keep one.
Yeah.
And it's going to have my name on it, and of course Allen Action Productions and New York State Arts Bank, D-Dubb Experience will be all on it. So we got stickers and lights, and
Yeah.
cops love it.
Well, I'm sure they do. You're old school, man.
And I-
You get Sheriff Roscoe.
I'm going to get them, Duke boy. But they love it because for them it's all, they're young. You know, I'm an old timer, so to me a
Dubb's 40 now.
P71. Yeah, I've just turned 40.
Yeah.
But
How old are you going to be? Oh,
59. Don't
okay,
tell
well,
no one.
all right,
shoot.
I won't say
Dumb
no.
microphones.
No, they're
nowadays.
junk. Don't worry about it. It's only $300.
But anyway, so to have a police car to me is awesome, and we put in the sirens. I put yellow and white lights on it.
That's
so
awesome.
That'd be cool. And the one I've got still has the bars in it,
Yeah.
so I can safely keep my gear in there, and
Yep.
anybody I might pick up to put in the back.
Yeah.
And so right now it's being worked on. I've got an old silver one I'm running around in. Oh, but I was gonna say, to the police, they're all young.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, I love your old school police car. It's so cool. And I'm like, thanks, bud. But at least he thinks it's cool, and et cetera, you know. And
Like, I'm so old, I remember when it was new.
that's the thing. It's only a 2011.
Me too.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the just the other day, I love Oneida Police Department. They're the coolest guys ever. They really are. They're over there testing their siren, and they were looking over at me, and I saw it. So I blew my siren a couple of times, and they blew their siren and their lights. So I blew my siren and my light. And we all waved to each other, and it was good times. I think we shook up the whole community.
Yeah. I think you probably did. Like, I don't know what one's going to arrest me. Hopefully not the one in the white fedora.
Oh, I know, I'm ruthless. I'm here to tell you. The other day, I had my neighbor's kids all had to get in the car, you know.
Yeah.
And the police just happened to pull by,
Yeah.
and maybe they were making sure I was behaving. I don't know, but of course I was. And I hollered out the window, "I just arrested these kids. You want me to bring them to Wampsville for you?" And he says, "Go for it."
Go for it.
And then that was fun. And then they saw his car, which is the big new police cruiser. So they out of my old car they went and over to his. "Oh, blow your siren, do this, do that." And then I was like, "See you later." Drove away.
Their shit lights up so much, even the step where you get in lights up.
That's true.
Yeah, I know, I seen it.
It's like a Christmas tree when they pull you over. It's kind of scary.
What the hell's going on out here? Is there aliens?
They teleport you to jail now, you know.
Yeah. So you and Alan Action work things out, and you're going to continue to go to New York City.
Yes.
Here and there.
I've got 2 more shows coming up this next month at the Copacabana.
Okay.
The real Copacabana.
Yeah, at the Copa.
And yeah.
Copa.
I should sing that song, really.
I don't know why you haven't.
Give me time. I sang Stand By Me last time.
There you go.
You see, the interest these guys have in me is I can adapt to any situation.
Yeah.
I could play at a hippie party up in the hills and play all my hippie music. I can play for the American Legion down in Norwich, which I do a lot lately, and other places, and strictly with the patriotic music and some music of their era, depending on how old the crowd is, you know. Yeah. And they love that.
Yeah.
What Alan likes about me, and John, my TV producer, is my patriotic. I sing the patriotic songs with passion.
Yes.
Of course, I sing every song with passion.
I like your funky shirt that you wear. Well, it's a United States. It's a flag shirt.
Yes.
It's not funky.
I have an American flag shirt, which looks almost like I just draped the American flag around me.
I love that shirt, Dub.
And you know, there's controversy behind that. It's acceptable.
Yeah.
But if this was 20, 30 years ago, it wouldn't be so acceptable.
Yeah.
Because there's a flag code.
Yes.
And you're not necessarily supposed to wear the American flag for clothing. But they're releasing some of the strictness about it. And you know, as long as it's tasteful,
yeah.
You know, don't wear American flag underwear. You know. I'll never tell. But anyway.
I'm not going to check. No, don't show.
Anyway, so you can get away with it, and my 2 shirts, I have 2 American flag shirts. One looks literally like the American flag.
Yeah.
The other is just some random stars on a blue and a little bit of swath of red over here, depending on my performance, which one I'll wear.
Yeah.
And boy, I tell you, you get attention when you're singing the national anthem.
Yeah.
And you're wearing that.
Yeah.
And if I remember to take my hat off, because you're supposed to take your hat off for the national anthem.
Yes.
So if you see me wearing the hat, it's just because I have no memory, and I apologize, but I'm still just as patriotic as anybody else.
Yeah.
I won't take the knee and sing it, but we'll leave that alone.
Yeah, don't go down that road.
Although, on that note, real quick, I understand the premise, because there are issues in the police department, and even the police here agree with me that with racism. But there's a time and a place for that,
yes.
for standing up for such things,
yeah.
And that's where he might have crossed the line or two.
Yes.
So to me, I see both sides, but really that's a line that probably shouldn't have been crossed.
Yep.
We'll leave it at that.
Yes.
Because I'm an avid believer in the United States and freedom to be who you are and what you're about. And that's as political as I'm going to get, I guess, today. Just
call me if you want to go off.
Love your country no matter what.
I owe you an apology. I called you Friday. I don't know why I even did it, considering you're coming today. I should have just asked you today, and I didn't even click. I called Dub because I'm doing a thing called Chillin Fest at the Legion, and I need a videographer. You did it last year, and it was phenomenal.
I'm pretty good with that.
I woke Dub up from a sound sleep. I never call you, you know that. Oh. And he's like, hi, Chillin. I was like, well, I thought you were a little more happy to hear from me from that.
Sorry, man. I think that was an afternoon sleep, too.
It was.
I sleep deep during the afternoon when I can.
Yeah. When
I'm allowed to.
It was funny. He answered his phone. Hello, Chillin.
Shows you I will answer the important calls.
Yeah. Hey, thank you.
There you go.
And I'm, of course, going to pay you for this gig.
Very cool.
I think $250 is in order for that. I'm just kidding.
Well, you know, it's funny you mention that, because when I played at the Legion the last time down in Norwich,
yeah.
I usually charge them $150. That's my going rate for places, unless it's way far away.
Yeah.
They threw $300 in the envelope. $300.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And that shows you the appreciation and the love they have for me.
You've been brought up out here, I think, this season, because people were talking about their humble beginnings. I said I got a friend of mine who used to roll his stuff in a shopping cart to backs.
Yeah.
To play. So
yeah.
I remember that. and I'm very proud of you for how far you've come. And I don't think I've told you, but I am.
Thank
I'm
you.
very, very proud of you. Look how far you've come, man.
It's been a good long road,
Yeah.
and not really that long.
Yeah.
You know? I suppose I rolled that shopping cart in the year 2011.
Yeah.
And what are we now? 2021,
13.
23. So that's about 12, 13 years later.
Yeah.
And I've been through a lot.
You've came a long ways, man.
Yeah.
I'm immensely proud of you of how far you've come.
And it's all about the diligence, getting yourself out there,
It's your passion.
going to your open mic nights, going to this and that, and putting your name around town.
Yeah.
Which is how Alan found me. I probably
Yeah.
told that story before,
Yep.
where you stick your little decal or your business card up on a bulletin board at the Stewart's shop, and people are gonna find that.
Yeah.
And that's where Alan found it.
Yep.
And that was the next step.
Yeah.
You know,
What's the
and
next step after this, Dubb?
Burbank,
Burbank.
for real.
Wow.
I'm going to be flown to Burbank. That was supposed to happen this month. So anything I say I'm going to do, it sometimes gets postponed. Okay? Still haven't made it to Yankee Stadium. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
But Burbank, part
Just
of
say
it.
eventually.
Eventually, nice. But Burbank's real, actually, and I'm going to get paid. They're paying for the tickets to get out there and back.
Yeah.
I'll be part of the Silver Spurs Awards ceremony, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
Big name people.
Yeah.
You know, Jerry Mathers, Rosie Greer. I got a whole list of people I can't remember, but names everybody knows.
Yeah.
You know, and there is an awards ceremony, and guess who's going to wear his American flag shirt and make everybody stand up
Yep.
and sing the national anthem.
That's awesome.
And they're sending me out for that.
My brother Dubb.
I know. So hopefully I'll actually get there and back by the time there's another Chillin episode.
Yeah.
Which may as well lead me to Yankee Stadium. Okay.
Please.
He's working towards the goal of Yankee Stadium. We've put together our show. We've actually performed it here and there at different places, in different stadiums. But the line to get in to Yankee Stadium to sing the national anthem is longer than the line to get into the baseball game.
Ah.
And we're really working towards that goal. Our foot is in the door. The owner loves what I can do, and wants to get me in there. That's the owner of the place.
Wow.
So that's a big deal. So it's
From
gonna
a
happen.
shopping cart to Yankee Stadium
It just
national
hasn't
anthem.
happened then, and I will use a shopping cart to push my gear across the road.
Humble beginnings, never forget.
I'm going to actually use their gear for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
They got big old speaker system,
Yes.
but I'm looking forward to that one.
I bet you are. You must have the nervous anticipation going, don't you?
Well, here's the thing. I just learned this recently. In the band I play in, Vinyl Logic. Remember that? Vinyl Logic. Great band. They hired me. They're out of Utica. Great guys. I love them all. We played at the Utica Brews Fest. Brew Fest. Sorry, not Utica Brews. Utica Zoo Brew Fest. There we go. Take two. Utica Zoo Brew Fest.
Utica Zoo Brew Fest.
Okay, it's at the Utica Zoo, nonetheless. And, the crowd is from here to way past the camera. Probably 1,000 to 3,000 people.
Wow.
And I played on that great big stage through that big sound system, and that whole show, didn't even think about all those people. I just played like a champ.
Yeah.
I wasn't nervous a bit. In fact, if anything, I was pumped up a little.
Yeah.
Because they were putting my electric drums through a sound system with 21-inch subwoofers. I mean, yeah, that's the biggest sound I've ever had. I hit the bass drum and I was like, whoa, this is gonna be good. And oh my God, the sound check was fun enough, let alone the show.
Yeah.
And we played a bang-up show for them people,
Yeah.
and didn't even faze me. All those people, a couple thousand people.
Wow.
So I've been in front of big crowds before, didn't think much about it, but I was on stage with 75 people too,
Yep.
So I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna be a little bit humbled, or however I word that, because I will be singing by myself with a little parade guard behind me with the national flag, a couple rifles, and I'll be on the big screen, I'm sure. You know how they do that.
Yep.
There's a lot of people that go to that place.
Oh yeah.
That's not just Pop Tops. I love Pop Tops. We
That's
played
it.
there recently too.
Yes.
They accepted us well. But yeah, that's a big gig.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Look at you, man. I should be bowing to you out here, I think, Dubb.
just throw money. You know, on that note, a guy walked up to me at my show a couple nights ago.
Is this the beginning of a joke? A guy walked up to me?
This guy walked up to me, and he was holding a $20 bill, and I stopped what I was saying. I said, "Oop, there's a man with money." He's like, "Where's your tip jar?" And I said, "Right here." And he put it right in the hat, and I put the hat right back in my head. I started singing, "Thank you, sir."
You gotta put a tip jar out, Dubb. You don't have one?
I usually do, but when I'm at a benefit, it's just not very, you know.
That's not appropriate.
Not very appropriate.
Yeah.
But
You can't do that.
I kept that 20 anyway.
Yeah.
Probably should have donated it, but
Yeah.
my friends that we played the benefit for, they did well. They did very well with that.
Consider it gas money.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly. That's how I looked at it. 'Cause
Yeah.
It was way down in New Berlin.
Yeah. Gas money. So you shouldn't be ashamed of that. Oh.
And
So what else is in the pipeline for you, Dubb? That about it?
Vinyl Logic.
Vinyl Logic.
I know I keep saying that.
Tell me about them guys in that band.
In fact, I'll not very long ago, our lead guitar player, passed away. And we were very sad. It was, of course, shocking for all of us. I'd been with the band, about a year or two now. He and I gelled a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I was one of the only ones he would actually open up to. And
Yeah.
the guys that knew him for 40 years noticed that.
Yeah.
Of course, I still couldn't see the signs of what was going to happen, because I may as well put it out there. He took his own life,
Oh.
and they'd been playing together off and on forever, you know, and it was heartbreaking for them. But we knew the show must go on, and that's how Bill would have wanted it.
Yep.
Bill Murgo, he was a great man. It's just that thing it calls you inside. It won the battle.
Yep.
And God bless him, you know. And so we tried out a dozen people, and some of them were great. Some of them said, this ain't working out, and left before the audition was done.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yep.
And now we have John Kelsey, which that's a famous name around this area. One of the more famous guitar players. It was kind of funny. He was there. He was through his interview or whatever audition, and another fellow showed up, Scotty something. And as soon as he saw John, he said, "I may as well just pack up my gear and go home now if this guy tried out." And we had the greatest session with Scotty. He was good. He would have been our second choice. I actually voted for him. Sorry, John. I like both of them guys, so it was a hard vote. And what we ended up with John, and he's been the greatest addition to the band. He has brought out the best in us. Now, when I joined this band, they were a trio. Now, talk about progression, okay?
Yeah.
A little trio playing at places where I would play as a single person, or a duet maybe would. And so to have a drummer, they're like, I don't know, we'll try it out. You got electric drums, we can turn you down, make it just right. Well, now we've reached the point where they're having me turn it up. Our other guitar player is putting on his electric, and we've all of a sudden become Led Zeppelin. And I'm not pooping you. You know, we really have. We've blossomed so far, and with our stylings and stuff. And I didn't even think we'd get this grand.
Yeah.
Very popular. We're Genesee Joe from the Drive. He loves us. You know,
Yep.
in fact, he's apt to play the harmonica with us from time to time.
Yeah.
And
Joe likes it out here.
Yeah.
He digs this little set that I got.
Oh, you've had him here. Oh,
Yeah,
how cool!
yeah.
I have to watch.
He was
that
here
one.
in May.
I probably clicked like and said I need to watch this. My memory, you know. I
Yeah.
probably even did watch it. Now I think about it.
Slug's gonna be playing at Nothing Fancy soon.
Neat. Oh, they're
Yeah.
they're getting back together
Yeah,
basically. Okay.
yeah.
Neat.
He
I
just
wondered
announced
why
it.
he kept posting all this Slug stuff
Yeah.
recently. Cool.
Because
Yeah.
when he was here, he's like, they're dead in the water. I don't know what's going to happen with them. And that's where we left it. So now they're back together and they're going to do a gig.
Very good.
It's going to be at Nothing Fancy.
I like seeing that getting going again.
Yep.
You know? And I've seen it before. And in fact, I was one of them guys. In our first episode, we talked about how I took like a 15-year hiatus
Yeah.
from music in general. I was busy doing drugs. I got past that, and I said the best drug is music, and here we are.
Yep. And you cut your hair off since I seen you. It's
Well,
coming back though.
The song almost cut my hair. Well, I did, and it'll grow back. It's still a little bit shaggy, which is cool, just enough.
Yep.
but boy, is it easier on my system.
What do you think of my haircut, Dubb?
Shiny.
Beautiful, isn't it? I took a buffer to it today.
You need the shine old ballo that they have at the bowling alley, you know, stick your head right in there.
See, God took mine. He took yours too, but you keep that damn comb over.
He took only that much of mine, so, you know, I just comb it forward and call it a day.
There you go.
It doesn't look half bad anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to get you to go bald one of these days.
It actually looks better, I think, with the short hair
It
and
does.
the comb forward, you know.
Yeah. You don't need to do the Gene Simmons every fucking year, Dubb.
Right.
Just keep it a little short.
With that in mind, since I am switching to more patriotic kind of music, the
probably wanna
haircut was in order.
Get a haircut here and there.
And it's not that I, you know, I mean, the guy that sang at the Super Bowl had a freaking ponytail with a foot long, you know, and played guitar during it, you know. So it's not the end of the world.
No.
You know?
You know how I discovered you? I came across you, I think, when we had the flood in Oneida. You were doing all these videos.
Yes.
That's how I discovered you. And then people were like, he's a musician too. Obviously, when I started this in 2019, you were known then.
Right.
But I remember your videos from the flood in Oneida in 14. And then I think you did Higginbotham Park over here when they were taking that out. I think you did a video of that.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I was mad.
Oh,
that
I know
was my
you
rant
were.
video.
Yeah.
Surprised the mayor didn't hate me for it, but
Yeah.
I'm sure that everybody understood. You know,
Yeah.
For the kids, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
the poor kids that live there.
Yeah.
Now, if they want to play basketball, they got to dribble all the way down to Veterans Park or all the way up to Allen Park.
Yeah.
And it seemed to me like they were taking away from the poor kids and not the rich kids.
Yeah.
And just because they'd swear a little bit. That really was the reason why they took that out.
Yeah.
You know, people were complaining of all the swearing and stuff. Yet, a week later, I'm in that park, and there's a mother with her kid, and the kid tipped over their bike or whatever and was crying, and that mother swore more than I've heard when I was in the Marines.
Wow.
You know, so that's the parent and the kid
Yeah.
swearing.
Yeah.
So let's just wake up, world. People swear now. Don't ever watch South Park. Oh my God.
Oh my God. You're going to get a lot of hate on that. A lot of heat, I call it. No, you're
Well,
not.
yeah. But it's just one of them things. But
Yes.
now the videos of the flood, they became pretty famous. One of them got 25,000 views.
Yeah, I believe it.
The whole state watched that. And I know dang well that the governor watched it too.
Wow.
I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty darn sure the governor watched that video.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And like I said, I didn't know you then. I didn't meet you till 5 years later. I think you did my show in season 1. I don't remember. But anyway, I met you a few years later, and I was like, oh, okay, you're a musician. All right.
I'm the jack of all trades.
You
it
are.
seems.
And you're fixing up your apartment building single-handedly, aren't you?
Yeah, they're keeping me pretty busy nowadays.
Yeah.
I run this apartment building. We all had to move out because the drug addicts took over,
Yeah.
and they moved everybody out, and the bed bugs took over too. But that's, so then we moved the Orkin guy in, and he cleaned up the whole place, and then we rebuilt all the apartments. I say we, but really it was a small crew of men that were good hard workers. 6 months later, I moved back into the building. John had moved me to another apartment in a different building.
Yeah.
So, and the 2 other apartments that were actually paying rent, you know.
You and Mango made light of that apartment?
And actually, at the time, it was Hercules. I hadn't gotten Mango.
Oh, that's
no,
right.
I did have Mango.
Yeah.
You're right. But
And Hercules didn't like him, correct?
Hercules never moved.
Oh, okay.
He still lived at that building,
Yep.
figured out how to get in the basement. So I had to literally go feed Hercules at the original building. Okay, so
It's like, I ain't leaving, Dad.
they got their first apartment ready, and it's like, Hercules would like you to move back to the building, and so would we.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, I'm going to make you the boss. I'll pay you. Good percentage, too. So now I'm the boss of the building. I say who stays and who goes and who
Yeah.
comes in as far as renting goes. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not too fascist.
Yeah.
But I put up all my security cams. I keep a close eye on things. And we have turned that place into from losers to winners.
Yeah.
Everybody owns a car. There's so many cars there. We don't even have enough room in our little parking area.
Yep.
Some of them have to park out in the street.
That place was well known for bad shit.
Very well known.
Yeah.
And we may never shake that
You have a bad reputation.
reputation. There we go. But we're trying our best. And the mayor's very proud. The police are very proud of what we've done there. That's important to me. I
Yep.
like getting along with the local officials. Makes me sleep better at night.
You don't want to be in them silver bracelets that they got there, Dubb.
Oh, no.
They don't fit you, they'll adjust them, you know.
Yeah. Don't tell them I have a key. You know, that's what this little pocket's for. This little watch pocket.
Yeah.
You put a handcuff key in there.
There you go.
Because they're not going to notice that.
No. I'm out here with the criminal guys.
There you go, kids. Today's lesson learned.
That's right. That little pocket in the jeans is for a handcuff key.
Handcuff key.
There you go. Jesus. Dubb, you're going to have me arrested. You keep up your shit.
If the cops watch this, they're going to laugh like we are.
That's
they
right.
really will. They're good
It's just
guys.
fun. Where I work, I think you know where I work, and we don't need to mention it on camera. I have to deal with them on a regular basis.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I understand how you feel.
You know, on that note, with these police cars I got, one of the first things I did was search. I watched a video on stash spots that criminals use when they get put in the back of the police car, so they can quickly stash their drugs so they don't get the ticket for that. And I didn't find anything, but boy did I look just to make sure that that police car was secure.
Yeah.
Which, on that note, I may as well tell this story.
Please do.
I drive home the other day, and there's this great big backpack right in the middle of the parking lot, right next to Route 46, Main Street or whatever, North Main. And I was like, oh, see something, say something, just kept ringing in my head. Could it be a bomb? You know, what the hell? I mean, it was packed full, not a briefcase, but a backpack. So I called the police, and they came and checked it out, and it was somebody's beach gear, thank God, it wasn't a bomb,
Yeah.
and an ounce of weed.
Gotta have their weed.
He wouldn't let me have the weed.
No, I know you don't do that shit. Dubb.
No, I wouldn't smoke that anyway. I'd give it to somebody probably.
Yeah.
'Cause that's one thing, I advocate weed for those that need it, cancer patients and whatnot, and certain people really do need that stuff. But certain other people shouldn't be smoking it, and that's, I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
And, you know, I made a better life not smoking that stuff anymore. But it was kind of funny though, if I just looked, I would have had that.
Yeah.
It's one of them funny things.
Yeah. But I'm glad it was only someone's beach gear.
Right, because
Yeah.
it could have been, you know,
Could have
the
been
things you
bad
see
stuff.
and happen nowadays everywhere.
Yeah.
So I did the right thing, and they were happy that I did that. you
Yeah.
know, so one more notch in the thing for D-Dubb.
Now, seeing how you're a man of the town and everything else, and you're always out playing and gigging, what bands should be on my show beside every band? What bands are you noticing? See what I did there? Every band. What bands are you a fan of in the local scene, if you happen to get out and see anything? Or are you just focused on playing and you don't really...
That's a tough question to answer because then I wouldn't want to leave anybody out.
Yeah.
But I'll denote a couple of my top bands that I have gone out to see. Some of them are solo acts. Kate Devin, of course, Shane Archer-Reed, Charlie Sherman. I've gone to a few of his gigs. He's a young fellow from Utica who's really, really good. We'll have to get him on the show too.
Yep.
I think he did reach out to you at one
He did.
point. Yeah, okay. Matthew Lajoette actually usually plays at my shows, so
I'm
I
gonna
can't
have him
say
here
I've gone
next
to his
week.
shows. What's that?
I'm going to have him here next week.
Very good. Yeah,
I just
was
didn't
hoping so.
confirm it with him yet.
Because Matt has been a little down on the whole world, and it would make his life complete.
He was on
if
his
could be
way
on this show.
here, and his car broke down on the side of the road.
Oh, so
He was on his way here.
That's
so-
where. Oh wow! And he spent 2 or 3 weeks working on that car, getting it back together.
So he can get back here. But I was so booked that I can't get him till next week.
But bands I've seen, as if before August. Of course, 169 Rhythm Section, and
All good friends of mine, all them bands.
yeah, they're all great.
Yeah.
You know, and there's many more I'd like to get out and see, but I'm just like he says, too busy with stuff,
Yeah.
people in my own show.
It's a miracle he's here.
Yeah, I squoze it in, believe me. I went out to Clyde today to the radio shop. And had to get one of my radios fixed up, and I had to spend all my money on another one.
Well,
Buyer's
that's the thing
remorse.
about this business. I'm always buying new mics for this, but these are
It's
it.
the same thing, only different, right?
Yeah,
So, and the other names I can't think of at the moment.
yeah,
And I'm sure there are others that I've gone to see. Oh, Symmetrical Defiance.
yes.
One of my favorites. Oh my God. It's got good hard stuff. And you know, they were young fellows that actually came to my house back around 2011 when they were teenagers.
Yep.
Because this D-Dubb guy, he's a legend. We got to go visit him. And they came up, and this is before I even got famous again. I was still a legend from years before. And we had the best talk about music and stuff and this and that, and they motivated me as much as I motivated them. And like I say, they were teenagers then, and now they're out there. They got albums, they're doing tours, just amazing stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
And they hung out with Dubb.
And you know, another famous band I kind of liked was Zombie Kitten. Zombie Kitten. They're from Norwich, and I'm not afraid to say they weren't necessarily the best band in the world. Don't get me wrong, but their songs stuck in your head so much that I really grew to like them a lot. You know, and just sometimes that's how that goes. One of my favorite soloists is Frankie with a Y, and I love that guy. I have him come to my shows a lot to do the break in the middle, and he'll even agree. He's not a virtuoso, but he'll entertain the poop right out of you, you know, all night long. You just love the guy and his music and what he does.
Well, I need to go see him. I'm constipated.
He's another one. You'll poop yourself, trust me.
All right, all right.
And and he's good. In fact, I had him. He showed up for that benefit I just did too, and he really enjoyed singing a few songs. And I did something different. There was a drum set behind him, so I stepped behind the drum set and I started playing the drums on a drum set I've probably never played on before. To stand by.
See, and I didn't know that you were a drummer before either. Like this all of a sudden came on a couple of years ago. Like you stepped behind the drum kit again.
It was a big secret.
Yeah.
It really was a big secret. I just, when my friend Mike sold me this electric drum set for $200, $1,400 kit, I couldn't help it but to buy it. So I bought it and I just started drumming again. And that's when I 2 weeks later got the gig with those guys and just started drumming again. And now I'm up to here when it comes to quality of drumming now. Way more better than I was before. And on that note, back to the bands for a moment. The one band I forgot to add was Three Mad Poets. They were at the benefit. They were the host of the benefit that I played for this weekend. And their drummer has a drum set that will go from here to the camera and around. And Mike is his name, Mike.
Steve Sealman has something like that.
Just like Steve, but even probably more. And this guy plays the poop out of him. That's my word for the day, is poop. And yes, I pooped today. Anyway.
Congrats,
But he can play that kit. And this is why I'm bringing this up, is when he was 15, he was literally my drum student.
Yeah.
I would go to his house to give him drum lessons every week. And then he was in the marching band that I was coaching at the time, and so we became very close. And then when one of our local bands needed a drummer, so I was like, Mike, come with me, we'll get you into this band, they'll love it, and you'll love it. And he's basically been playing with them ever since. It's just been one remake or the other of the band, you know, and now there's one original member left, and him and Mike's lovely wife, Penny, who plays the bass with him. And they're just phenomenal. So his is the drum set that I played, and now of course he could teach me. This kid's gotten so good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So just one of them things.
Hell yeah, man.
And the love we all have for each other. Talk about the musical family.
Yes.
You know, it's very strong.
See, and I'm going to tell you something. It's probably going to put a smile on your face, Dubb. I'm cutting way down on this next year. I'm only going to do like 15, 16, because I overbooked out of love of this year. You're going to be one of them 15.
Whoa.
You're going to be a yearly thing. Because you're always doing something.
Something crazy.
Because how could I not have you on?
I could spice up your show quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. You already have. And I'm very proud of you at what you've done, man. I mean, from a shopping cart at Beck's to where you are now.
Yeah.
Phenomenal job.
It's a great thing.
Kudos to you, my friend.
And it's keeping me alive and happy.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Yeah. And that little bugger inside me is not going to win the race.
That's right.
He just can't. He's all tied up in handcuffs without a key.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So where can people find you online, Dubb?
D-Dubb, spelled D-D-U-B-B, experience, anywhere. I am on Facebook, Instagram as I call it, Twitter X, YouTube, yes, X, YouTube of course, and my YouTube, if you find that, I've got videos of everybody.
Yes.
Everybody that ever came to my open mic night which I retired from, by the way, and we'll get into that in a minute. And it's super busy, and a wonderful place to go. So yeah,
Chillin Fest
click
22's on there.
It is, yeah, and 23 will be.
23 will be.
So click like, on all these different pages and be my friend there.
Yes.
And of course, my personal Facebook, which you're just as welcome to join, is D-Dubb D-Long, my last name. And it says in parentheses D-Dubb Experience, because they wouldn't let me change my name to Experience. Stupid Facebook.
Yeah.
But
they let me change mine to Chillin Smith.
That's great.
I don't. Justin Smith.
Because Chillin is close to not being a name.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But that's good.
Yeah.
That they let you do that.
Yeah.
You know?
And now it's not Chillin with Rick. It's Chillin with Rick, the People Show. Because without the people, I'm nothing. And I forgot to say that. Because without you guys, I am absolutely nothing. Thank you all for watching. So what else did you want to say, Dub?
I was going to mention about open mic nights. I've had to retire from the open mic scene. I got just too busy to handle it.
Life happens.
And plus, all my musicians found other open mics. so I was like, well, all right, put this together and that together. I'll put this aside. And God bless Frank Katroop and the Hub for helping us. We did open mics there for 2 years straight, and we had a lot of issues getting getting people there. But he just kept trying, and he'd be trying to this day. In fact, we will do shows there, and he's a fond supporter of the music business.
Very good. We need more of them.
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely.
So he's a good guy.
Yeah.
And otherwise, I think we've wrapped it all up.
Yeah, I think so, man.
If we think of more, I'll leave it in the comments.
Thank you for doing it, man. Thank you for fitting me in. Hopefully you will always fit me in. I only asked for 45 minutes of your time. That's it.
And thank you for having me. And one thing I just noticed too, I feel like I'm at home right now. The first one I did, I was like shaking nervous.
I can't believe that.
And I've gotten I've gotten so much better at talking on interviews, because I've been on television interviews.
Yeah.
Now I'm on Rick's TV channel.
My TV channel.
And just
all Chillin all the time.
And boy, when you have to think like that's not easy for me.
No, it's not easy for me to
I've
do
gotten
this
better,
either,
right?
Doug.
Yeah, I think we've
so
both
I'm there
gotten
with
better.
you, brother.
If I'm not mistaken, we both have a little anxiety syndrome.
I get nervous before every episode.
Yeah.
Because this is going to air in front of hundreds of people.
Sure.
So I get it. You did phenomenal, as always, man.
Good.
This is how I would talk to you.
Of course,
up,
you did too.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Because that's another thing on that note. How far Chillin with Rick has come.
Yeah.
Go
ahead, brag me up, though.
Sure, he's less nervous than he used to be. He's not touching his face or any of that.
No,
he is now. I caught you.
Well, it's all white now, Doug.
But anyway, you're progressing along with how we're all progressing.
Yes.
Because a lot of us are progressing. I mean, like 169 Rhythm Section. I remember when they first got together. And now they may as well be touring with Van Halen or something.
Steve and Maggie are coming here next week.
Oh, cool.
It's the official end of the summer shows. So I'm going to go year-round this year. I'm going to get a couple, fall, winter time. So I might do a winter thing like in here, like have a bunch of musicians over and just hang out. And it's just something I fool around in my head with,
There you go.
We were supposed to do something last year, but it snowed, of course, on that day, and everybody canceled. We were going to do a big thing where Captain Jack Fettuccine was going to read The Night Before Christmas, and like 20 musicians were going to have certain parts. I had it all worked out in my head.
That whole deal. Yeah, it was going to be a big thing. I was going to be part of that.
Yes,
somehow.
you were.
And sometimes things just
sometimes,
don't work out.
And they all wouldn't have fit in my house anyway, so it's a good thing it got canceled.
What a nice little Christmassy house he's got. What a great. Try it again this year.
We're doing it.
Maybe keep it a little more subtle or whatever.
Yeah, it's going to be very subtle.
Yeah.
5-6 people maybe.
Cozy.
Yeah.
Have the fire, because I know you got a fireplace in there.
But
a big old chimney.
It's boarded up. That hasn't worked in decades.
What you do is you get a big screen TV.
It's in front of it.
And either the Yule log channel or a screensaver or fire. I've got a screensaver fireplace that just looks like a real fire going in my house.
We got an entertainment system that has the fake fire, and it goes different colors.
Oh, perfect.
Hell yeah. It was only $200.
Get that right in. You can't beat that.
Hell yeah. It's like a sore penis, Dub. You can't beat it.
He knows this for a fact. So do I.
We've all been there. Hey, I just had Seattle Suns on the last interview. We all did a group hug, and they all grabbed my ass. So, hey, it was all... So I had to partake and I grabbed their ass
That's
too.
so classic.
What the hell? I'm just out here being me, having fun. You gotta have fun,
That's what it's
people.
That's what it's about. Always
That's
have
what
fun.
my show was about. And I used to read this off of a notebook. And I couldn't read my writing, so we had to skip that question.
You know, I sat down today, I was going to write notes.
Yeah.
And I put the paper down and said, I don't need no stinking
You don't
notes.
need notes. You're chilling, man. you can remember
It's
everything.
all actually up here.
Yeah. It's all in that fedora up there.
True. Ooh, I wonder if that 20's still in there. Is that right now?
I'm going to need it. I got to do a little Michael Jackson on the way out. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Dubbers.
Thank you,
I
my
call
brother.
him Dubbers.
Some call me Dubbers, some call me Dub, some call me D, some call me Dubby.
Yep.
And
No one's ever called him Big D.
there's a few bad names they call me, but we won't go there.
Thank you for doing this, brother.
Yeah.
You got time to hang out for a
So I
second?
get to keep this?
Yes, you get to keep it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. That's the color you pooped earlier, right?
yeah. Oh,
Check
it
out
is.
D-Dubb.
It really is. And of
Will you
course,
stop?
I couldn't reach. I was going to grab your butt. Peace, everybody.